Hi, in this short tutorial we're going to talk about how to take assignments. If you looked at the class syllabus, 25% of your grade is going to be gained from the midterm, 25% from the final exam, 10% from the country presentation report, and the other 40% is going to be from assignments. Assignments are going to be covered from the work that you do throughout the semester. There are going to be about 10 different assignments given based on one of the chapters or sections of some of the chapters that we do throughout the book. We're going to follow straight along the book. About 2/3 of the questions that you're going to see are based on the lecture materials. Okay, you're going to have to take notes in class or listen in class. About 1/3 is going to be based off the readings in the book. You can see here we're in Blackboard. If we click on assignments, you can see what we have here. We have assignment 5, and you'll see that the assignments are going to be offered throughout the semester. They're going to be open for about 4 or 5 days. They're going to be open at a particular time. They're going to be closed at a particular time. Typically, it's at close to midnight, about 11:55. So if there are no assignments that you see here, that means that you missed it. I don't offer late work since it's open for 4 or 5 days at a time. So you need to be proactive as opposed to reactive in terms of getting these things done. You also need to be sure that you submit those, and I'll talk about that in a second here. But you can see for this particular assignment, this is called assignment number 5. We're going to click on it, and you see this one's worth 2 weeks worth of lectures and readings in the book. It's due on a particular date, and when it gets closer, I'll fill in that date. And I'm going to click OK on the assignment here, and forced completion. It's not forced completion, so this can be saved and resumed later. And this is going to be the way for all my exams or all my assignments. I'm going to click on begin. You notice right here there's a password. Okay, and I typically give out a password during class, so to make sure you actually show up and you actually pay attention, I gave you a password, and now I'm going to type it in, and I'm going to click submit. I don't need to update it here. Okay, and here it is. Here's the assignment. These are some of these things are based off the notes. Okay, I'm going to click on some of these answers right here. Okay, when I'm ready, I can click saved, and you'll notice up here, and this looks a little bit different in this new version of Blackboard that NCCU has migrated to. Okay, I'll click on one of these here, and I can click on save answer. Okay, it's okay. As you notice, I have some multiple guess questions right here, but as I go further down, you can see which of the following states would you expect to have the highest incident of tornadoes. We talked about these from maps. According to the book, you'll have to go through the book and see this answer. According to the book here, you can see here another question according to the book. Okay, we refer to a website, so I can go right here. I can cut and paste this particular page right here, and this is going to be the same for others. So I can cut and paste, Control C and Control V. Well, I can go through and look at recent earthquakes here. And it's going to talk about where the recent earthquakes were, and you have to answer questions about those. Okay, you notice right here, name the state where they occur. I also have another essay question here. Okay, question 21. For essays, they're going to be in complete sentences with proper punctuation. This one's worth 3 points out of the 25 points for this particular assignment. You notice right here, this is worth 2 weeks worth of work. It's worth 25 points out of 400. Just think about it. If you don't even do this assignment, you get 0 out of 25. You pretty much start in your class with about a 92 or 93%. You've lost about 7 points off your final grade. So these assignments are worth a lot. So be sure they're done. And also, when you're done, the most important thing is you can click Save All Answers, but when you're ready to submit, click Save and Submit. That's very important. I cannot grade and I cannot access your exam in my grade book until it's been saved and then it's also been submitted. If it's not submitted, then it's always going to be opened and I won't have access to it. So if people say that I did it, I'm going to tell you, if people have done it but haven't submitted it, there's no way that it can be graded and be graded as a 0. Okay, so these are a couple things to be aware of. Okay, and when you're ready, you can click Save and Submit. Okay, I'll click OK. It's yelling at me that I haven't answered a number of questions right here. Okay. And I'll click OK here. And this will be put into my gradebook. Now keep in mind right here, these things still need to be graded. Okay, so you might not get a final answer or you might not get a final grade until I've gone through and grade these. Okay? So keep these in mind. A couple things to keep in mind when we go through and do assignments is that you can save it and go back. For the essays, be sure to put in complete sentences with complete answers that articulate complete thoughts. The third thing, be sure that you answer all questions asked of you. If I ask 2 different questions of you, full credit's going to elicit that you answer all 2 of those full questions. Okay, and finally, make sure you save and you submit these. If you do not submit these, I can't go through and grade these. My grade book's going to tell me, hey, this student hasn't finished yet. You have to wait for them to finish. Okay? So when we go back to the assignments right here, be sure that it's visible. Pay close attention in class and to the announcements as to when these assignments are open. Like I said before, I don't offer any late work, so be sure that you open it up. You be sure you know when it's due, because after it's closed, after you can't see anything here in the assignment, it won't be opened again.